Happy Tuesday, everyone. Happy Tuesday, Sarah.
Happy Tuesday, Rebecca. Lovely to be here with you this morning.
It is such a great day today. So, as usual, Sarah and I always have a little boogie before we enter into a live. It gets us really pumped up. Not that we need much pumping up because we are quite high eyes for people that are aware of the disc profile. So we don't need much to kind of get us going. But a little bit of music always brightens up people's day.
Absolutely. Love the music. And we're so excited today because we've got a lovely guest to bring on today. Lovely Laura Chambers from On the Doorstep. So we're going to be chatting to her, finding out about her business, and she's going to be explaining to us what it's like to be one of our Catalyst members. So very excited today.
They are in for a treat today because if anyone knows about building a community, if anyone knows about consistency and planning, then Laura Chambers is your girl. And for those people that are new to us, we are Rebecca and Sarah. We always tend to forget to introduce ourselves because we feel like we go live quite a lot. But for those people that don't know, we are Rebecca and Sarah, and together we make the Coaching Catalyst. We work with female professionals, female entrepreneurs, heart-centered and purpose-driven service businesses, also as well as product-based businesses, but also people that are looking to thrive in their career, whatever that may be.
You've got this down, Rebecca. You've got this down. Well done. That is us.
And if you're trying to look and connect with us after, you can join the Coaching Catalyst community over on Facebook. It's our free and safe space for anyone to reach out to us, but also to benefit from any of the lives or trainings or the up and coming masterclass that we have in a few weeks. So definitely join us, and we'll put the links for both Laura Chambers and for our Catalyst community in the comments after. But I don't think we should keep people waiting any longer. I think we're going to bring Laura to the stream. So if you're watching and you're watching live, give us hey in the comments. And if you're watching on the replay, we still want to connect with you and still want to engage with you. So comment #replay. Yay. Should we bring Laura on?
Let's bring Laura on.
Good morning, Laura. Oh, it's not even morning, it's afternoon. Good afternoon, Laura.
Morning/afternoon. Hello.
Great to have you on with us today. Thank you so much for joining us. And as I said before you came on, you are one of our lovely Coaching Catalyst members. So what we're going to do today is just really ask you to just introduce yourself, tell us about your business, tell us a little bit about what you do, because we're dying to hear all about you. Thank you.
Yeah, well, I was just thinking Rebecca's elevator pitch is so polished, so I've got to try and follow that. So my name's Laura Chambers, and I am a social media manager specialising in strategic organic content for my local clients based here in Kent. The reason why I do throw in the word strategic is because I do think often people just think, you could put your posts on as long as you're posting daily, that's enough. But actually it's really not. So my kind of area that I'm really drilling down into is helping small businesses be very intentional with their social media marketing, which has come from my kind of 2.5 years now of On the Doorstep, which actually started, as Rebecca would know, as more of a community for mums, but it just evolved, and I found myself working with loads of local businesses, and I just saw a real need to support them in this area, and I just love doing it. So I've now gone from 2 businesses when I started with Rebecca to 1. And I'm loving it.
And I love that you've used the word evolve there, because we are all evolving. And I love the beauty that we can just allow that to happen and see what can come from whatever journey, we're on and where that takes us. So I was going to ask, where were you at the beginning? And you've already given us a bit of an insight, but where were you at the beginning when you first started working with us?
Yeah, so like I say, I had two businesses. So I had On the Doorstep, as it was back then, which was creating magazines for mums, highlighting local businesses in Kent and building that community. And at the same time, I kind of thought, well, I'm doing all this social media, maybe people need this support in their business. And I found this whole massive community of social media managers. So I started training as a social media manager at the same time of doing the magazines, but also with two young children. So I started my business with an 8-month-old and a 2-year-old and a Labrador and a husband. So that's obviously quite demanding. So for me at the beginning, I guess frazzled is probably quite a good word to use. I still am, but we'll talk about this in a minute with my changes. But I was very, right, I've got an idea, let's get that done. Oh, I've got another idea. Oh, there's a course to do, there's this to do. Like, I was chasing everything because I was so excited about my business, about learning and moving forward. But it then did lead to quite a lot of mindset issues. So I found I almost felt like I had something to prove as well, because I decided to build something of my own and kind of, you know, I think a lot of people, when they go into being an entrepreneur versus being employed, you are opened up to this world of like mind gremlins almost. Like, it's the only way I can describe it. This self-doubt, like, am I good enough? Do I know enough? Should I be charging this? Like, the amount of questions. So that's where I was kind of at, just feeling a bit lost. And you don't always have people to talk to when you think your family will be interested. They don't care, like, every single day when you're constantly going on about your business. Like, they don't have that passion. So I felt that's where I was kind of at the beginning.
Oh, do you know what, Laura? I'm sure everybody who is listening to this, who's running their own business, will 100% resonate with what you're saying. We all go through that, don't we? All that enthusiasm to want to do everything. And then, as you say, the mind gremlins. And then where does the support come from? Because your kind of existing friends maybe are not that interested unless they're doing the same thing. Your family, probably not unless they're doing the same thing. So where do you go? Where do you go for support? So, yeah. Interesting. So how did you make that shift then? Because what you said at the beginning about your business is that you help people to be strategic and intentional. Now, I haven't known you as long as you've known Rebecca, but what I see in you is that you are very good at being strategic and intentional with your time, with your energy. So how did you make that shift?
I think it was a lot of the sessions with Rebecca, and I think Rebecca will probably agree that even my emotional intelligence, my mindset, like, everything has come on like leaps and bounds since we've started working together. And I just had to remember who I was from before. And I think I took a time out. So I was an event director working in London. And then I had my children and I stepped away from the corporate world. And it was like, you become a mum, you're in this bubble. And I lost part of myself, I think, in that. And when I then started to really look at my skill sets, and I think it was one of the sessions that Rebecca did around values and just everything that was really important to me. And I kind of thought, well, why am I doubting myself? I used to run events for like 3,000 people in Europe. I would get them all there. I would do 5 days worth of events. You know, I know what I'm doing. I know what I'm doing. So it was kind of just applying that then to my new job and bringing that confidence through. Obviously, I am different now. I'm a mum, which I think brings other skills as well. And I think I just allowed myself to kind of take a step back and appreciate, no, I'm not that person anymore, but I am this version of Laura, and I'm really happy with that. And I think, like I was saying about having something to prove, you can kind of end up in this whole hustle culture, and you're seeing all these seven figures and 6 figures and all that. But for me, it was actually, the last 2 years have been about building a foundation for my business and not being a millionaire. Mine is about freedom of time, freedom to work around my family, like flexibility. And that is actually more important to me at the minute than income. Like, income is there and it's one of my, other goals, but that'll be important next year. Right now, we've got a house move coming up. My children are Holly's gone into year 1. Liam's just started preschool. There's a lot that I need to be able to do. And I think I now have the confidence from working with yourselves to actually be proud of where I'm at.
You are speaking our language. She's saying the F words, not the bad F words, but the good ones, the freedom and the fun and the flexibility to make sure that you can ultimately achieve your fulfillment. That's so important to Sarah and I, because it isn't always about chasing the money. And Sarah and I are very passionate, and I can see her shaking her head like that. No, like it will come. The income that you desire will come once you work on all the deeper level aspects of you, you know? So I think let's go all the way back, because we've started from where you were at your business, but how did we connect? Like, how did you become into our world? And then obviously then we transitioned into the Catalyst as well.
Yeah, so I started off with Rebecca, so the Jigsaw Academy, and I think we were just in similar circles with being in Kent, and just generally I saw you pop up on Facebook quite a lot, and I could just see you, and I think we actually met very, very briefly at the Kent Women in Business Awards, didn't we? Just before lockdown. Yeah, and I just like really connected with you. And I think it was that, like I said, I'd never actually heard the term heart-centered before Rebecca said it. And when I started listening to what Rebecca was saying, I thought, actually, this really makes a lot of sense. And it wasn't that you're airy-fairy and, you know, you're just, you know, imagining, oh, this is going to come to me. It's not that. Like, I think you can have a level of that if you want to, but it was like the actions that you have to take, everything behind it. And I think seeing, you know, how you are, Rebecca, it just drew me in. So I joined, I think we had a discovery call actually, and I just loved like everything about you. I just thought you're amazing. So I thought I need a bit of this.
Right back at you. I thought you were amazing too, and I still think you're amazing. So what made you transition into the Coaching Catalyst, which we launched in July this year?
Well, so mine's probably not the start of it, but if you remember, Rebecca, so life was going well for me because I obviously had the support of the Jigsaw Academy, and everything was just doing really well. And I kind of thought, well, I don't actually need this help.
And I love the honesty. I was waiting for that.
I love that you're telling this story. Yeah, come on.
I love the honesty. Right.
And I was like,
Laura.
I'm smashing it. I'm fine. So I actually pulled myself away from the community. And I remember sending Rebecca this voice note like, oh, you know, I'm quite happy with where I'm at. And I'm not sure that, you know, where it's heading is for me. And I don't know who that person was talking, because then it all fell apart. It was so it was just then I was left on my own then. And then that is when I valued what I actually had through the Jigsaw Academy and what was coming with the Catalyst. So I think for me, it's just then I knew actually if I have a problem, which did happen, I could have put that straight in the group. I could have asked the question and I would have had that instant support. And even if you didn't have the answer, it was just sharing the problem with, like we said at the beginning, your family and friends don't want to hear everything that goes into your business. But when you surround yourself with like-minded people that are going through the same thing, they can have an answer or just the support you need. And I took myself away from that. And when I did that, I realized what I had being in it. So that's why I then thought, actually, I'm doing this. And I said to Rebecca, I'm paying for the year so that I don't actually like try and pull out again. And I'm really glad.
I love that. All in, fully committed. No, brilliant.
Yeah.
And you're brilliant, Laura, because you really show up, don't you? You show up to the calls, you show up with posting your goals at the beginning of the week, sharing your wins at the end of the week. You've been phenomenal, your level of commitment.
Yeah, I want to get the most out of it. And I think it's just nice. Even I've got my accountability partner from the group as well. And I think you really get out what you put in. Like, you can't just turn up to something like this and expect everything to be done for you. It's just the support and everything. And that's what I really, really value.
Brilliant. No, that's fantastic. So what would you say to somebody who is considering joining the Coaching Catalysts?
Yeah, so I really think, consider where you're at the minute, and it doesn't need to be that you want to be this like high flying entrepreneur. It's just, if you want to be surrounded by people that are like-minded, like Rebecca said, heart-centered, people that really care, then that is what I really get out of it. So if you're feeling a bit lost, feeling a bit lonely, which I think the entrepreneurial world is lonely, then the Coaching Catalyst group kind of takes that away, because you share your plans of what you're working on, you share your achievements, and everyone celebrates together. And I think if you're feeling lost or you have a question, you do have Rebecca and Sarah there to ask for that support. And if they don't know an answer, which is very, very rare, they will go and find it. And I just think having that level of support as an entrepreneur is vital, and it will impact your business. I've actually now hit my, we set goals at the beginning of the year for our financial goals. And even though financial goals aren't my biggest goal this year, they're obviously an important part of running a business. And I've hit my best goal, my better goal, and now I'm reaching my top goal, which I didn't think I'd be anywhere near. And I think without the support of Rebecca and Sarah, I really don't know if I would have got to that point.
And we did not pay Laura to say that. No, it's been amazing, like seeing you achieving those goals. And I love the point that you said that financial wasn't the main thing for you this year. Like even for Sarah and I in the Catalyst, like our main thing is about, as you said, being strategic, but also like making sure that we've just got our plan together and being visible. Like what was our key word for this year, Sarah? Was it visibility?
Visibility, yeah. And it doesn't
always have to be about the finances. No. So I love that you said that you've met your goals, even though, you know, that wasn't necessarily the intention, but everything else comes from that. What's next for you?
So my word, funnily enough, this year was consistency, and I feel like I have done that. So next year, I think I'm looking for growth. I feel like I know where I'm at. I know who I want to work with. I know what I need to let go of. And I think, again, as entrepreneurs, when you're building something of your own, it becomes your baby. And sometimes you can hold on to parts of your business for far longer than you should. And I finally got to the stage now where I know what I need to let go of and move forward with. So it really is helping small businesses with their content marketing, just to be very strategic with what they're doing, and just really helping businesses with heart. And I know that's kind of what you say as well, Rebecca, but I was talking to someone, I had someone DM me even yesterday about what I do, and I even found myself writing it's family businesses that have heart, because I want to work with people who care about other people. So next year is going to be moving forward, delivering with local clients, and just really stepping into that role.
Oh, how exciting. I know next year is going to be absolutely phenomenal for you, because look at everything that you've achieved in the course of the last year. Amazing. That's really exciting.
Yeah, and I'm going to have an office in my house instead of working at my kitchen table.
Brilliant. So, Laura, if people want to learn more about you and about your business, where would you suggest they go?
Yeah, so I think my best platform at the minute is Instagram. I just really like it over there at the minute. So Kent Mums _ on the doorstep. And that will probably change soon, that under that handle, because of the evolution that I'm kind of going through. But yeah, that's where probably the best place at the minute.
Fabulous.
The evolution of On the Doorstep, like I cannot wait to see what that actually looks like. And I know that you're just as excited as we all are to see that and just get it out there into the world. So I appreciate you. I know Sarah appreciates you, and the community actually appreciates you, because they always message and comment about, like, you know, how well Laura is doing. And I know sometimes that might feel like a bit like, but how well. And you inspire so many, not only just in our Catalyst community, but I know in your own community as well, that you inspire them as well. So keep doing what you're doing, and I know that it will pay off in the long run.
Thank you.
So I think that is it for our showcase today. Sarah, what do you think?
Yeah, I think that's it. It's been so lovely talking to you, Laura. Thank you so much for giving up your time.
No, you're welcome. Thank you.
And I will put all of Laura's links in the comments straight after this, so you can connect with her. Feel free to message her, DM her, get into contact, and just find out more about what she does and how she helps support other people, but also how she helps people with content as well. So that is a bye for now.